I think. There we go. I got it, actually. Maybe.
Cool.
We'll see.
All right. What's up, guys? Keith McMillan here from the Off the Mat podcast. I'm here with
Brian Harris.
Nick Grass.
Yeah, we have a special guest.
Look
He's
at that.
back, people. We told you.
In the
We'd
house.
Bring it back.
I like that Nick just took the initiative there to introduce himself. I love that.
Man, I don't know. He was just saying.
Yeah.
He got quiet there.
I just paused.
Hey, you know your way around the microphone now at this point. This is your third time on here.
Second. Yeah, I guess.
Well, yeah, because we had to do it. We had to do a 2-day deal.
We went in
for the
deep.
last time. Yeah,
We went
yeah.
deep.
That's with the
Let's
old
just
camera.
do the tip this time.
yeah.
Let's go so deep.
Just the tip this time. So that's actually kind of our reasoning behind getting you on the podcast. Is we went in a little deep last time, and we didn't get to talk about like your fighting career or anything like that.
Yes.
Which is very important because that's kind of what's currently going on. So
Yeah, that's what keeps me busy, keeps me going, keeps
For
me
sure.
motivated. It's a big part of my life right now. Just go to work so I can pay the bills and come to the gym at night and train. That's it. It helps me in all aspects of life. Like I don't know what I would do if I didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like it just helps keep me motivated. It helps me keep on top of my things. You know what I mean? Like diet, everything. So
yeah, probably the routine in general as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that routine is probably the biggest part of it. Like once you go to the gym, like consistently so many days, and it becomes a part of your routine. Like everything else kind of starts to solidify in your routine as well.
Oh yeah, but man, the only thing I don't like about routine is like your days. Like I've been doing this, and it's like the time just flies by. It's like I wake up, like you know what I mean. Like the kids are about to be out of school already, and it's like, dude, this school year just started. You know?
Yeah,
It's like here comes summer break. You know, it's like so it's just a readjustment period. But like once you get in that routine, man, your time just flies by.
Yeah. You think that's just with the kids though, or is that with everything?
I don't know. It's just like for me, like I wake up and it's like from the time I get up, it's go, go, go. It's all gas, no break all day long. So it's just like, you know, like I wake up, get the kids going, and then it's like off to work. So I'm here for this amount of time, you know. It's like come back, pick the kids up, head to the gym, and I'm there, you know. So it's the schedule just, you know what I mean. I don't really have a lot of downtime, so you know what I mean. It just the time is just rolling by.
What time does your day start?
I usually get up about 5:30.
Oh, wow.
Just to try to like, I mean, I go to bed pretty early, so like that's about my only time to get a little bit of just quiet. You know what I mean? Like so once the kids go, like they wake up, and so I get about an hour. I wake the little ones up about 6:45. The Cadence is at the point where she gets herself up, and I don't really have to stress on her too much. You know, she's up and she's in 6th grade now, getting ready to be in 7th. So she's a little about to be a little woman, I guess. It kind of blows my mind.
Yeah, you can get her to start taking care of the other kids. That's the
Man,
thing.
yeah, she is the babysitter. Like last year, I put them in summer school, and I got them like late into enrolling. So I spent most of the time just transporting. Like I'd get them to the summer school, and then like a few hours later, you know, I mean, it wasn't a few hours, but you know, in the afternoon, I'm having to go back and pick them up because I didn't get them enrolled in time. So it was on me to do it. But yeah, afterwards, I just had Cadence babysit, you know, give her a few bucks every week, and yeah, she's been babysitting.
She's like super responsible for her age too.
She is real mature. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like ever since I had kids, you know, they're about to be 6 months. I've looked at her and been like, I hope in a couple of years she'll babysit my kids too.
yeah. She's actually, her and one of her friends are trying to figure out like something they can do over the summer, and babysitting is on their schedule. They're trying to figure out how they can. She's all jealous, you know. Kennedy's got her little hustles, and you know what I mean,
selling them wristbands that we all are wearing right now, except for Keith.
Yeah,
fuck?
Yeah, I get mine
making
today.
bracelets. So like, she's trying to figure out her little hustle and how she can make money. But yeah, I'm super blessed with that one. Like
she asked me for a job the other day.
Did she?
We gotta figure something out for her around the gym. We can figure out a little job for her.
Yeah, keep her busy, man. I put it like the other day. I put on like a time limit on both of our phones. I'm like, man, we spend too much time. So I got on the little setting. I don't know why I haven't done it sooner. I should have done it a long time ago.
To where you only spend a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I put it on 3 hours, but like, I mean, if you just think about it, 3 hours, like who the hell?
That's a long time.
Who needs to spend 3 hours on their phone? But like,
we do it on the reg.
Man, you'd be surprised. Like, a few hours in the day, and I'm like, you know, in the afternoon, like 5 o'clock or whatever. I didn't plan my morning out, like especially over the weekend. Like, I was gonna watch the UFC fights. Well, I'd already put the thing on my setting on Friday. Well, I burned up a bunch of time. I've tried to watch the UFC fights, and it pops up, your time's expired. I'm like, oh man, like I can see how this is gonna go. But
be a fucking problem at first.
But it's way better, man. Like, I ain't sitting there scrolling, you know what I mean? But it's just like every time you pick up, like if you ain't got something going on, you pick up your phone. You know what I mean? Like 5 or 10, 15 minutes goes by or whatever, you know, and it's like you could be doing whatever, you know, anything, and just planning out, or what am I gonna do? You know, I could use my time a lot better, and just putting that little timer on our phone kind of helps. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I definitely understand. I've burned through so much time. Even this morning, Brian got me into some videos of this YouTube video called Life of Kevin.
Oh,
and each episode's like an hour long.
Yeah.
So like I can sit there on my phone, just laying in bed, and I'll feed my daughter and go right back to my phone, and I'm like, yo, I just wasted an hour.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it's a waste.
Oh yeah. And like in the morning time, that's what I'd wake up, and you know what I mean? I'd wake up and just sitting in bed trying to wake up, and I'm just sitting there scrolling, and I'm like, man, I could be doing so many other things right now. So it's just one of my things is trying to get a little bit more organized and making. I mean, my situation.
I need to figure out how to get that on my phone. That's a good idea for real.
Man, I did it. I'm enjoying it because it's just I could be doing so many other things, and it's like later on I'm like, why didn't I get this done, or why didn't I get them? It's like I spent too many damn hours scrolling on stupidness, you know. So
I get notifications on my phone at the end of the week where it's like, your average screen time has gone down by 20 minutes. You're at 4 hours and 30 minutes. I'm like, 4 hours and 30 minutes? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, you don't even notice how much. I'm glad it gives me a little notification about how much time you're burning on. It's like,
keep me in check.
Yeah, for real. It's just too many hours of scrolling.
Where does your daughter's, like, obviously I want to say it's great parenting. Because, like, Kaden, she'll come in here, and she's not like other kids, you know, the way she carries herself. She'll sit up in the corner, read a book. She's very, very mature.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell even like conversing with her too. Like some kids like will start getting like they get a little excited, you know, and they can. But she's in the conversation with you. Like you can have an actual conversation with her.
She got a vocabulary. I mean, up until this year, like that's all she really did. Like she really didn't play a lot on her phone or nothing like that. And then I got her a new iPhone for Christmas, and after that, she's kind of been on it. But I mean, she's always had an interest in just reading. I mean, she'll get a book, and like it would take me a week, and she'll have it done in a day. You know what I mean? It's just like I could not. My attention isn't. I can't do it with reading. But I mean, she just gets in a book, and she doesn't stop until she's done. So it's like. I don't know. I've got really lucky with her, and I think a lot of it is just, you know what I mean? Like, she hasn't always had the best situation going around, you know? Mm-hmm. So she probably, you know, and she really don't notice it, but she's seen a lot more than what she really needs to as her age, you know? And I think, like, a lot of that plays, you know, because, like, she's been through a lot for as young as she is, so, and I just think she kind of sees, like, you can either go down this way or go down this way. Because, like, me and my sister, you know, like, I try to keep her around my sister as much as possible because it's just, she's a good role model for her. And, like, right now, like, she's got to have that in her life because, you know, our situation's a little bit different. But, yeah, she sees, you know what I mean, like, she can go the way I went and it's a hard road, or she can see, and, like, even now, like, she sees what I have to do on the daily grind. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I tell her, like, look, you need to figure out your life now or you're going to play later on, and trying to put the pieces when you already got life going on. It's like, you have the opportunity. I got the chance to help you through it. Like, I already know where I screwed up. You know what I mean? I know where I could improve on situations. So, I mean, it kind of, I don't know. Like,
I think she understands a lot more than, like, most kids her age do.
How old is she again?
She'll be 13 in a few months in August.
See, that's crazy because I think around 13, my mother she started working her 7 to 7, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I started going out more because she would leave me home alone.
Oh, yeah.
So that's when I started hanging out with the older kids, getting into to whatever I could get into. And I mean, to be fair, I came from a good household. Like my mother, despite whatever she did extracurricular wise, my mother was well mannered. She taught me to have respect. Other people's families helped me have respect, but I still ended up being an idiot throughout my teenage years. And your daughter's over here reading, mature. I mean, even like she helped out with my kids, and she knew how to rock them to sleep. Like it was fascinating to be like, wow, you're well beyond your years.
Yeah, she definitely is. Like, man, it's just different. Like I got super lucky with that one. It's just, I don't know. She apple of my eye. Like I'm just so thankful because she's a good role model for like her sisters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like,
and she's definitely the leader amongst them too. Like
definitely.
Whenever it's like them three, if she says something, like they know, like fuck, she said that's what I got to do.
I mean, it kind of. I mean, she's had to grow up a little too soon. You know what I mean?
She's handled it well.
Yeah, but it's just like I mean, she almost has to play like a little motherly role with with the situation we have. So it's like she's got a lot of pressure on her, but like she deals with it well. And like the other day, like I was thinking about, I think it was like yesterday, I was leaving, drop her off at school, and she's sitting there telling me, well, we need to do this with the yard, and we need to do that. I'm like, oh man, like I'm already getting older. Like I feel sorry for whoever she deals with.
Yeah,
that guy's not gonna have any free time at all. Like she'll be having him doing everything. She's like, you need to mow the yard. You need to get these leaves over here raked. I'm like, well, you could help me too. Like,
you could looking for a job.
Yeah,
I'm just letting you know right now. It's just because I was a mama's boy, and even if that's not what you're looking for right now, you can never bring another lady home.
Yeah. Well, man, that's the thing. Like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do about that situation. Like, I don't bring any girls around because it's like, whoever is in front of them is going to be their, you know what I mean? What they're looking up to, you know what I mean? Like, they don't really have a motherly figure.
Very picky about who you bring.
You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, like, they got, like, a gym mom, like, that's why they got people here they like seeing every night, and it's just like...
Shout out to Heather.
Shout out to
Maureen.
Heather. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many great mothers here.
Yeah, like, they have their little gym moms, and that's how they survive, I guess. Like, they like to come to the gym as much as I do. Like, if there's a day, like, I'm not feeling it or whatever, I'm like, as soon as they get home from school, we go into the gym, and it's like,
Kennedy asks me every fucking day if I'm going to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Kennedy's like, are you going to be here on Friday? He's like, I'm here every Friday, Kennedy. Every Friday I'm here.
She is the one right there. Like, that girl, she loves being here more than probably anywhere. Like, she's always about, we going to the gym, like, she'll be the first one to ask me. And if I say no or whatever, she's like, you know what I mean? Like, and then I'm like, man, well, let's just go. You know what I mean? You got me feeling bad. Like the other ones, they enjoy it, but like they enjoy other things. Like Carly is a busybody. Like, what I mean? She likes doing her own things, just chilling at home. Like so.
Yeah, Carly's hilarious. She's the one that saw me with the beef jerky, and I forgot how good your damn kids were. So I was like, hey, if you're good in class today, I'll get you beef jerky. And she had a perfect class, and she's like, where's my beef jerky?
Oh, yeah. She don't forget nothing. Yeah. She cracks me up. Like, that one there, she's going to be a handful. Like, she has no problem telling anybody how she feels. Or what, you know what I mean? Like, she's got a mouth on her. It's just like some things I'll just...
Yeah, I got to wrangle Carly on a daily basis.
Oh, yeah.
Like, once she gets behind my desk area, I'm like, fuck, all right, here we go.
Yeah, she's a handful, man. It's just like, sometimes I'm like, where did you get it? Because, like, for the most part, like, she's seen me on chill mode, like, for most of her life. Like,
she's wild as hell.
Yeah, and just, like, she took it out of me, I guess. Like, she just absorbed out of me into her. But, yeah, like, she's going to be a handful.
Yeah.
So how do the kids play into your fight camps? I would imagine that Cadence is kind of a huge help.
Oh, man. Like, she is a lot of help.
Because fight camps are a lot more on top of how you were just saying with your routine. Like, you're already busy as hell.
Yeah.
And then once you get that fight camp on top of it, that just adds that extra stress that you don't have space for.
It's crazy. Just, like, making sure, like, like she'll help me out in the kitchen with like meal preps, or you know what I mean. Like she does.
Does
whatever.
she cook often?
She'll stir this or that. She likes to cook.
She likes to help.
Yeah. She just. Man, I don't know. I don't want the house burning down, like, because I just don't want her. You know what I mean? Like, I can do it when Dad's here. You know what I mean? And it's just like I try to keep everything basic for him, because, like I said, like she's the babysitter, and there's times where they're at home, and I'm like, oh man, like, please don't burn my house down while I'm gone. You know, like one time. Kennedy was trying to cook some ramen noodles, and she forgot to put her water in there.
You know, it's bad. I did the same thing. When I was a kid. I did the same thing.
But I mean, it's one thing. But when I wasn't home, like, it could have been bad. But just that's the way life is. Everybody's done it, so it's all good now. I feel better that you guys are making the same mistakes.
Oh yeah, no, I did. Dude, the house was filled with smoke. Whole house filled with smoke.
Well, we used to make fried noodles. You put them in like a little popcorn bag.
What?
Yeah, you take your ramen noodles, you bust them up, and you take like an old popcorn bag that you already ate.
Yeah.
You just put them in the microwave, shake them up. You just don't leave them in there very long. You know, every few seconds, you take them out, shaking them up, and then throw them noodles in the bowl. Once they get a little brown, throw your water in there. You get fried noodles.
What?
Yeah, I done do a lot of things with ramen noodles.
That's the only ramen noodles at like 12, 13, like Cadence's age. That's the only thing I was making, and I managed to fuck it up and burn the house down almost.
It's happened to me.
Yeah. So she helps out with your diets and everything.
Right. I mean, she's a hand. I mean, she helps out with that. Really, whatever. I mean, just when I go into fight camp, it's almost like I go out in like autopilot. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just go, and it's just, you know, she just almost more just, you know, she sees what's going on and she'll pick up.
They all kind of seem like they adapt whenever you're in fight camp.
They just
like they get it. You know,
they do. Yeah, which I don't even know. Like sometimes I'm like, what is it like for them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine your dad being like you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Going to the gym every day, and it's just like, I mean, like I don't get paid for it now, but you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a time where that's going to be my income. You know what I mean? Part of my income won't be my full thing, but it's just like sometimes I'm like, man, I wonder what it's like for them. Like, you know, like when I go into the cage and they watch on the side, and it's like, man, it's weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like
what feelings are they going through? And
like because you know, I wasn't ever doing nothing like that. Like my dad didn't really play sports or nothing, so I just couldn't imagine what it's like for them. But
have you guys had that conversation at all? Have you asked like Cadence or anything?
No, not really. I mean, they like it. You know what I mean?
They're super supportive.
Yeah, they're like my biggest fans. So
Cadence, your last fight, she told me 3 times the week before your fight that you were fighting on Saturday. I was like, Cadence, you told me yesterday. I know.
Like,
or not Cadence. I'm sorry, Kennedy.
Oh yeah. Whenever it's fight week, Cadence is like, she's my go-to. Like whenever like I'm cutting weight and having to sit in the, you know what I mean, sit in the bathtub to cut that extra few pounds or whatever. It's just like, she's seen me in some pretty bad, like I've had some pretty bad weight cuts, and it's
face
like,
all sunk in,
face all just looking miserable. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, Cadence, like, you know what I mean? Can you help me? Like, because there have been times where I've needed help just from the bathroom to the bedroom, just so I could like lay there and just kind of cool off. Because once you sit in that tub, you know what I mean, it just drains you. So she's seen me in some pretty bad situations. So I just, you know what I mean, that's the thing. Like, well, you know, I'm in the bathroom about to die. I'm like, just make sure you come check on me every few minutes. You know what I mean? Like, I got like a space heater and my hot tub going on, and it's just come check on me every so often. So
I think I heard a story, and I'm not gonna, because it's gonna be me fabricating some parts. But I think your last fight, I think they had to sit by the opponent's family, and the opponent's family was like cheering, obviously your opponent on, but then Kennedy and them were screaming for you. Yeah, I don't know the full story, so I don't want to like tell some fake.
Yeah, they were kind of like in the same situation as when we went to the Arkansas fight. They were kind of just sitting. Their family was here and our family was there, so it was just kind of, you'd hear them yelling, and it was back and forth, and like my mom videotaped that fight, and like the whole time you just hear Carly, and you can hear Kennedy and all of them just yelling. Like Carly is the most, like she just doesn't stop like the whole time. And it's just, I like watching that. Like I can watch the real fight on YouTube or whatever, but I like watching that one just because you can hear like the emotions in their voice, and it's just like it's pretty cool little video. I'm glad I like watching that one a lot because it's just like you can hear them like the whole time, and it just gets you.
But it's like that in every single one of your fights. Like they're always squatted up like that. They got the Nick Grass shirts. You got the whole section of Nick Grass people wearing the same shirt, going nuts. Nick Grass coming out with his fancy shoes all lit up and whatnot.
I love the outfit. I love the purple shorts or the pink shorts. I mean, I respect the hell out of it because I guess we can kind of dive into it too. I mean, where does that come from? Because I mean, I've never fought. I've visualized about fighting, and I always have like this intense, like I'm coming out the metal, and I'm like, But you come out. I mean, it's a party in the beginning.
It is a party. I mean, like for me, like. I spent years just, in a cell, in just a shitty situation. Like, if I ever get the chance, like, my addiction, controlled my life for a lot of years, For most of my adult, like, I had an addiction that controlled me. And, like, sitting in prison, like, that's what I, like, working out is how I did my time. Like, that's all I did is just worked out. Like, once the yard opened in the morning, I was outside, and like if we were locked down in the afternoon, I'm trying to watch a fight, like boxing or that was just my escape. Like, so then it's like, I sat in prison just wishing, for my day to, just get my shit together and be able to do this. So it's like over the years, it's like if I see something like if I walk out, this is what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? And it's just like I had that over time of just. Man, if I can ever get the chance, you know what I mean? So it's like everything I'm doing now, it's almost been like I already had a game plan, you know what I mean? Like it's just trying to put it together, and it's just the way it is. Like, like whenever you walk out the cage, it's just like, it's like almost a release, you know what I mean? Like the whole fight camp, all the weeks of training, you know what I mean? And it's just like, this is what it was about, you know what I mean? And it's like, there's no reason to not be excited, you know what I mean? And it's just like, and for me, it's just like, I don't want to put that much pressure on myself, you know what I mean? Like, I put in the work, you know what I mean? Like, I stay in the gym, you know what I mean? I work my ass off. Like, if I win, hell yeah. If I don't, you know what I mean? Like, there's an improvement, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care if, about any of that. I just want to enjoy my shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. Like, I've learned more from a loss, you know what I mean, than I did from any of my wins. It's like, it's good, like, but when I go into the cage, I expect to win, you know what I mean? So when you do, you already had it planned out, you know? So it's just, I want to enjoy it. I mean, my time is short in this sport, like I got a late start as it is, so it's like, it's so easy to just get derailed in this sport. Like, you can get an injury, you know what I mean? It's like you're beating yourself up day to day, and it's like anything could happen. Like, I'm 32, you know what I mean? Like, how long can I make a run? You know what I mean? So it's, anytime I get to go out there, it's just an opportunity. I want to just live it, you know what I mean? Just take it to the max, enjoy it as much as I can.
You're 32. You've had 4, 5 amateur fights. I want to say 4.
I want to say like 5.
Okay,
yeah, 4 or 5. I think I got more.
It's 4 or 5. One of them.
Do you have a I don't know if you've talked to Zach yet, or do you have a window for like, I'm gonna go pro here, or is it just like if you can get like a streak win, then you be confident? Because I mean, I've seen you improve. Hell, I think we came to the gym almost around the same time. So I mean, I've seen your game just evolve to like, holy shit, you can get that good in that short frame of time from your boxing. Because when I first knew you and I saw you, I was like, oh man, I don't want to go to the ground with this guy. But now, shit, dude. I mean, your combinations, the way you move on your feet, it's like, fuck, you taking your striking to a different level. So
I was about to say, I'm trying to take Nick down all day.
Well, yeah,
if it's Nick and I, like me and Nick, I'm trying to take him down all day.
So do you have a I want to go pro after this fight?
I mean, I'd like to get started on my pro career. I mean, it's just I really don't have anything to prove as an amateur.
I completely agree with that.
And it's I've been fighting and not getting paid for most of my life. You know what I mean? And it's just I'm ready to, it's just when the right time is. I'm feeling I'm getting close to it. You know what I mean? And especially like, what puts it in perspective for me is like seeing David. You know what I mean? David just had his pro debut. You know what I mean? Went out there and like, if you watched any of David's, amateur, like, David is, he stands up. His striking is good. You know what I mean? He's not really, he can grapple, but it's like I seen him go out there and just dominate this dude on the ground. You know what I mean? It was like, you know what I mean? And he made it look easy. This was supposed to be a tough debut, and David went out there and just made it look good, easy. And then it's like his last fight just goes out there, and gets the submission, and it's just like, you know what I mean? And it's just like it puts it in perspective for me. It's like, man, it's like I could be doing that same thing. You know what I mean? And it's just like seeing him do it, and it's like, man, I can do it too. You know what I mean? It just we're right there along, the same lines, and it's just like I see his success, and it helps, motivate me. And it's like I'm there. You know what I mean? Just keep on putting the work in, and it's all just going to come together. You know what I mean? If I could. I'd like to get maybe a couple of more fights. Like my biggest struggle is the weight. You know what I mean? And that's the way it is with every fighter. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to diet. You know what I mean? It's a lot of discipline. And
you're a big dude too.
Yeah. And it's just hard for me because it's like I gotta cook regardless for the kids. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna eat chicken and broccoli and rice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I can't feed them that every night, but that's what I'm gonna have to. So it's like. When fight comes, it's like, man, I got to do this twice as much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to have to cook for me Sunday and Wednesday or whatever I can do, and then I got to cook for them. And it's like, that's where I struggle the most. And, once I get my weight figured out, because I probably am what's going to benefit me the most is being at 45. It's just being disciplined and eating clean and just – I'd like to put a couple fights together, and just what's, like I've been battling life. So it's instead of having, 6 fights or whatever in a short amount of time, like they've been kind of strung out,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm ready for whenever my pro debut comes. Sooner the better for me, you know what I mean? Because then it just, it helps make it. A little bit more of a reason. Like if I know, like, hey, I've come here, I show up, I make weight, I'm gonna make this, and if I win, I'm gonna make that. Like it's just gonna motivate me more. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm doing it for fun, and like making a little bit maybe off shirts or whatever. But I mean, it's all about making a little extra money. You know what I mean? Like I got kids to feed I got 3 to feed before I feed myself, and then it would make it a lot more, I don't know, like my drive's already there. Like this is what I enjoy to do, but
at least now to get a little something more out of it.
And it'd just be like, like I'd have 2, like, so right now I'm like a self-contracted construction worker, and I'm a self-contracted MMA fighter, and it's just, I mean, that's a pretty cool title for me.
Working for yourself,
I mean,
all around, whether you're doing the MMA or construction,
you're
working for yourself, making your own hours, all that shit.
Like, I can't get a good job. Like, with my record and everything, like, it's always going to be hanging over. So it's just like, if I'm going to make my way, it's like, it's going to be on me. Like, everything is on me, so I don't know.
It fucks me up how much a record can affect you like that.
Oh, man, it's just, it tears you apart, but it is what it is. I should have paid a little bit more attention, but like at the same time, I was pretty young, so I really didn't know the consequences. You know what I mean? Like I'd still, the first one I got was when I was 16, but I've been 7 years without a felony, and then I'm still dealing with the same as it was then. You know, because all they see it is on paper. Like they don't know that I'll probably outwork anybody you got. You know what I mean? And like they don't know me on a personal level, so then it's kind of hard But I mean, anybody that
I think
knows
working
me,
for yourself is like the best route you can possibly go, though.
especially for me, it'd be perfect because I can create my own schedule. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to be here, and like I can work and I can train, I can pay my bill. It's what I need to do, and like I don't know, it's like fulfilling. You know what I mean? Like to know like I didn't. You know what I mean? Like everything I hustled all this myself. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have a place that I just showed up and I did a little bit of work and got a paycheck. Like I had to go find my customer. You know what I mean? Like I'm.
Oh yeah, you're constantly
finding
posting
my
on
jobs
social media
and,
and all kinds of stuff.
You know what's fascinating about you that I just now realized, because Brian knows as we've done. This will be our 18th episode. Actually, it would be more episodes. I have a bad habit of complaining, and a lot of people I know that work the normal 9 to 5 complain. I've never came in here and had a moment to where you were like, I've been working all fucking day, and like you don't complain at all. You just kind of like you just living, brother. And I think that's dope, because Brian, I mean, we can put a highlight clip of every time I've been like, I had to do this today, I had to do that today, and Brian's kind of like, all right, man, well, chill out, But being around you, who just works harder, it makes me honestly look at myself and be like, hey, shut the fuck up and do the work.
I honestly think about that all the time. This is like anytime like I'm complaining or something like that, I'll just be like, man, you sound like a little bitch. If Nick was here right now, he'd be like, the fuck are you talking about?
I have the same moments. It's just I gotta push yourself. You know what I mean? Like I know nobody else is gonna make my situation any better. So it's just like eventually it's gonna have to give. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that beats hard luck is hard work. So you know what I mean? Eventually it's all going to catch up. And plus like I got a lot of time to make. Like trust me, I was fucking off for a long time, and so it's like I'm trying to make up for lost time. I'm trying to get back. Like I'm at a pretty good spot in my life. Like I lost everything like a few years, like 5 years ago, and it's like I got it all back. But like what's bugging me lately is I just want to be able to like I want to get a house. I want to buy a house. Like it just pisses me off that I had one and now I'm raising my kids in a duplex. It's small. It's what I mean. It's not in a good spot. Like they don't have a backyard they can go play in, and like that's just what like keeps me going. Like I'm grinding until I buy a house. Like it just pisses me off because it's like your kids are always young for so long, and it's like you don't realize how fast it goes until you actually have kids, and it's like, where did the time go? You know what I mean? It's like most of my kids' childhood I'm going to be spending, trying to put my shit together. It's just instead of just enjoying life and raising them, it's like trying to get my shit together, and it's just like it's frustrating. Like I beat myself up constantly with it because it's just like I could have all the shit that I wanted, but I fucked it off, and it just. So I just got to get to a certain point.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. You're doing what you need to do now to
like
try and bounce back, get back where you were.
I just, what I mean? Like, Cadence will be in 7th grade. Like, I mean, it still seems, but, like, that senior year is going to be here before you know it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, and then looking back, it's like, what did I do her whole life? Fucked it off and then tried to rebuild it all. It's just like, it's frustrating.
Man, it's crazy. Growing up, I used to, when my mother didn't want to leave me home alone by myself, I'd go to my sister's, and my sister always lived in like an apartment complex. My sister has 5 kids. I gotta think about them. Sorry. And and I had a house to go home to. My mother had a house. It was just her and I, but we had a 3-bedroom house, and it was only 2 of us. And occasionally my sister would move back in, or my brother came home from the military. He would have his room. But I forget, like, that's not a normal thing. Like, normal kids don't grow up in a duplex or an apartment. Well, I don't want to say it's normal, but it's like they should have a backyard, front yard, their bikes to go ride around in the neighborhood with. But, like, right now, because I'm going through the same thing, I have my babies, we're in an apartment, and I don't see me getting a house for another 4 or 5 years, not without, hard work.
Yeah.
But I forget, like, I mean, I don't think she notices, because if she doesn't know any difference, she'll be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should all strive to have our kids in a house and and have their own room and play. But this is the reality of life, you know. And you and I come from a similar, not the addiction wise, but like my 20s. All I was worried about was drinking, the next girl I can hook up with, and playing Madden.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I legit blew my 20s just wanting to have fun.
Yeah.
And when you said, you can either work now and play later or play now and work for the rest of your fucking life.
Yeah.
I'm at that stage just like next to you. Like, I'm working right now.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the hell I want to do with my life, and I really don't have a career.
Yeah. And now you got the kids.
And now I got my twins.
Yeah.
I got 2 kids, and my lady, she has 2 other daughters so now I really have 4 kids that I'm trying to prepare for and save money, but also cook when I get home. I mean, she does a lot of things around the apartment, but it's like, I don't want these kids, they're 5 and 6 years old. I don't want these kids to grow up in an apartment. I want them to have their own home too.
Yeah.
But I'm in no position at the moment to provide for them without, hitting rock bottom sooner than later. But, it's all about the hard work. And I think what you're doing right now is paying off because your kids are so well behaved, so thoughtful. They see you, that grind, and it's starting to rub off on them. Whether you see it or not, I think it has a lot more benefits than the negatives.
Oh yeah, well that for sure. Like, I got some grinders for kids, like, and they don't even really realize it yet. But I mean, like, they train here a few times. I started getting them in, like, my focus is mainly on wrestling for them because, like, as right now, like, there's no way I'm going to be able to put them through college. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so if you want to get anywhere, like, this is the best I can do for you. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm good at. I can make you good at this. And, like, they're all down with it. You know what I mean? Like, they all enjoy it. Like, I've just started taking them to a wrestling practice. You know what I mean? Like, I keep them busy. So then it's like, they don't understand it yet. You know what I mean? But they're little hustlers themselves. You know what I mean? And it's just, and, like, sometimes, like, I think about it, I'm like, I probably could have done, I'm capable of accomplishing the things I want to do. Like, I probably could have done it at a younger age if I wouldn't have got sidelined. But at the same time, like, I got to remind myself, like, my kids also wouldn't have seen, what it takes to get, if I would have already had it and then had kids, like, they're just going to think, well, that's just the way life is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, so now they see me, it's like, like, they understand, like, if you want to get somewhere, you got to go all day long, and nothing else really matters. Like, it doesn't matter if you're tired or whatever, you just got to go all day, every day until you get, eventually you're going to get there, and then, I doubt you take a break then, but you know what I mean? Because life just keeps
then you'll
going.
have a new goal to go for.
Yeah, you just get new stuff, and it's like
new milestones. Yeah. That's your milestone right now. What it sounds like is getting a house for your daughters, which I think is fantastic motivation. That you got your daughters kind of backing you up. Is the reasoning behind it. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, like, when I was in that homeless shelter, I was like, man, it's like, I want to be like, I just told myself, I might have lost everything, but, like, I want to be able to say I got it all back in 5 years, and, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a house that quick. Like, I had really shitty credit, and, like, I've been working over it last year, and I've got my credit score to where I want now. It's just, the final steps and getting a little extra money, you know what I mean? Saving,
get a loan, all that good shit.
Yeah, it just, like, I had, like, the credit people, the credit guy, they helped fix my stuff, and I mean, I was bad, man. Like, when you live in the streets and make money off the streets, like, you don't really give a shit. About your credit, you just add it to the tab. You know what I mean? Like,
that was one thing.
So much.
I was talking to someone about drug laws the other day because I'm totally against a legalization of drugs completely. My personal opinion, I'm against it completely because in my mind, I'm thinking, so if you have someone who's addicted to our narcotic like heroin or methamphetamine, right, and it's illegal for them to do methamphetamine or heroin, and they get prison sentences for it. Do you think at that point when they're addicted that they give a fuck about those prison sentences or about those felons?
They don't.
They don't give a shit.
No.
This is the thing. They don't care. So
they're going to get it
somewhere. We already have laws that prevent the acts that they may do while they're on drugs, like stealing or committing other crimes. We already have laws against that. Why do we have a law that prevents you from, I don't know. I'm rambling on, but
yeah.
No, I get
it though. It makes sense. I mean, they're gonna get it somewhere.
That's the thing. Yeah, like if you're a drug addict, you don't give a shit about anything, especially your credit score.
No,
you'll sell your credit score for something.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you got that all recovered. That's not an easy thing to recover. That takes a long time.
It had like $45,000 worth of stuff I got.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but plus, like when I got shot, like I didn't have health insurance. You know what I mean? Like, I had 3 surgeries, so like my medical bill after that was just insane. Like, by the time they were done, they're like, "Can we get you the hell out of here?" You know what I mean? You don't have any insurance. You're out causing fucking felonies and causing us problems that we got to fix. And I mean, I got fairly lucky with all that situation, and it's like, I mean, a lot of my stuff got just kind of like wiped off. You know what I mean? Like I had to pay this amount of money, and they would. You know what I mean?
They'd be like, all right, we'll forget the rest.
Yeah. So it's just like, I got pretty, I came out.
Lucked out there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad I got it to where I can actually, because like, I've never, like even before like this last Christmas, like I went to go get Cadence a new cell phone, like, and I've never had good credit. You know what I mean? And the guy's like, well, okay, let me run your score. I'm like, all right. And he's like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, I just need to get like she got an iPhone 5. I just need to get her a new one or something because, like, well, we don't really have those anymore. And I'm like, well, whatever you got.
Yeah,
like, whatever
give me a fucking iPhone.
Yeah, just whatever I can get. And he's like, oh, let me show you this one over here. And he goes to, like, the brand new one. I'm like, I need ones that I can get. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, you can get this? I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, they gave you good credit score. I'm like, it just blew my mind. It was, like, the first time ever. And they're like, by the end of it, I'm like, well, can I get a new phone? And he's like, what color you want? And
what color you want?
Give me the red one. And, so it's just different. You know what I mean? Like now, like I just got rid of one of my older credit cards so I can get like a newer one with like rewards. And like, this is kind of weird.
What kind of rewards you got?
It's just like I don't know. It's like 0.5 back, something like that. But it's just having a credit card that actually can earn something back on it. It's just like, and then like my credit limit is just like way more than I would ever even think of spending. You know what I mean? But it all.
It's a good feeling when the credit company hits you up and they're like, hey, we can increase your limit if you want. Like, you're on top of your shit. So if you want us to lend you more, we can.
Yeah.
That's a fucking trap, though. Be careful.
Hell no. That helps out your credit score as long as you're not fucking using all of it.
Yeah, because once you go over to 30% of your limit, then it starts hurting you. So, keep that shit low.
No, I just paid off my credit card debt. I got decent credit. I didn't realize I had decent credit. Thankfully, shout out to my brother. My brother played a big role in me getting my credit together. But I mean, I'm still fucking holy hell am I in debt. Which when I went to try to get a house last year, God, man, that debt to fucking income ratio.
Yeah.
Especially with the job I work. I'm grateful to have a job, but the job that I work, that shit equals out. They were like, we can give you this much money. And I was like, that's like...
You're like, what the hell am I going to do with $12?
Yeah. What am I going to do with that? Yeah, I know where you're at there.
So, taking all the right steps, getting back on track where we were, credit scores getting good, working to get a house with the kids, and working to go pro.
That's the end goal.
What are we doing to work to go pro? Have you been talking to Zach about that?
Yeah, we've had a little bit of talk about it, and I mean, he's on board. Same kind of concept, maybe a fight or two, and just get to it. For me, it would make everything. Just because right now, like sometimes I question myself. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing a sport that the likeliness of me getting injured is high, and I depend on my body. You know what I mean? Like, the job I do is a physical job, whether it's here at the gym or on the construction site. Like, I need my body. You know what I mean? I need my body to be at top peak all the time. Just, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it beats you up just framing houses or whatever I'm doing, fixing a deck, building a fence or whatever. So it's just like, sometimes I'm like, man, I could really risk a lot getting hurt at the gym, you know what I mean, doing whatever, just a fun role with somebody, and next thing I know, I'm sidelined from work and I can't, you know what I mean? Like, it would really screw my shit up. So it's like, now it's just almost like I need to make, you know what I mean? Like, if anything happens to me, like, I'm gonna be fucked. Like, I have to have my body to make, like, I don't have a degree. Like, I definitely can't get a desk job with my record. So, like, it's like we talked about earlier. If I'm gonna make it, like, it's gonna be on my own. So it's like, at the same time, I almost need that insurance of, like, if something does go happen, you know what I mean? If something does go wrong, I can, at least I got this, So,
dude, I don't know how you do it. I went out, I think, half a year ago to help this guy, my boss. He was building a house, so we had to lay the plumbing and all that.
Yeah.
We had to, like, lay down tubes, then zip tie them, and then go back and cut the zip ties so before the cement came down. And when I tell you, my back has never been the same since that fucking day. I mean, we did like I think we got out there like 7 o'clock and we were done around like 4 or 5 p.m. Man, just fucking bending over all day.
Long, and it's like,
that takes a toll on you. That was one day for me.
Yeah, some days, like, if you're down on your knees, like screwing a deck down or working on tile or something, it's like you've been on the concrete, you know what I mean, up and down all day long, and it's like you come here and everybody wants to start on their knees during jiu-jitsu. It's like,
you're like, fuck off.
Yeah. I've been on my knees all day long. Like, let's stand up. Like, my shit's bruised up, beat up, like, and it's just
go for knee bars.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's what I gotta do. You know what I mean? Like, and I enjoy the work. Like, especially now. Like, man, now that it's springtime and it's nice outside. Like, to be able to be outside working, and it's just like, it's refreshing, you know what I mean? But, like, it was a hard winter, man. It was like, to recover back, like, we had a lot of snow, and, like, like, it started snowing in November, and we were out trying to frame a house, starting in November, which is not prime time to frame a house, you know what I mean? Like, it was just cold and, shoveling snow, and it's just like, it was just sucky winter, man. And then, like, now, like, we're going to it's like rain season, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I got a job depending on the weather, and it's just like, I got to stack my cash, you know what I mean?
Have you looked at, like, building a crew or anything?
I'm kind of getting into that position. Like lately I've been doing, like, a lot of jobs on my own. Like, just, we're kind of like at my other job with my stepdad, like we're waiting on concrete, so, like, and with all the rain, you can't pour concrete with the rain, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just like, I've been just trying to keep myself busy. Like this, like, my dad, he's out fishing and mushroom hunting, like, right now. So,
right.
Like,
Nice.
Like,
and getting paid to do it.
Well, yeah, like, that's what he likes to do. Like, when it's April and May, like, he's fishing, and, so, like, for him, like, working, it's on his mind, but, like, he's trying to go fishing any chance he gets right now, because it's just, like, prime time. Like, the water's just started warming up, the fish are biting, like, but, I just trying to keep myself busy. Like, I have the amount of work, you know what I mean, but it's just like, I got myself going in so many different directions now. Like, I just, putting a crew together would be hard, because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, some days I'm here at the gym working in the morning, and other days I'm on the job site. So it's just like, I got myself going in a lot of different directions right now. So it's almost easier for me to handle the madness and just kind of get it done what I need to. But
I mean, you're doing the right things, man. As someone who, a lot of my friends were addicts, and unfortunately, a few of them did not make it to kind of have a redemption story. I think your redemption story, and I know you're not looking at life as a story, but from you battling back, getting over that addiction that many people don't come back from, I think you're doing the right thing, man. And you're a confident individual, but from Brian and or I can speak for myself. It's like, don't ever doubt yourself, brother. I mean,
I agree with that. Here. You can speak for me on that one, for sure.
You got people here that will always look. I mean, that's the one thing I love about this gym. Yeah. About Glory, that it seems like we always take care of our own. Especially when you become a part of this community, this family.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's been a lot of times where, like, I might not have had any work, and like, well, you want to come check this? There'll be somebody at the gym, like, you want to come check this out for me? I'm like, yeah, I'm there. Like, so I mean, anytime that I don't have stuff going on, I have like a whole resource of people, you know what I mean, that have houses, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the members here, you know what I mean, they all have good jobs. They have already got their career and everything else. They're already established in life. So, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they need somebody like me, like a handyman or whatever, to come in there and not charge them an arm and a leg for whatever they need. Because it's like, it gets expensive, and some people just don't understand. Like, you know, just like the material for lumber is outrageous right now. Yeah. It's just like, you know, you add on top of labor, and it's just like a small job end up getting a couple thousand. It's just like, you know, where did all the money go? Yeah. You know what I mean? What's it being used for? But it's just an expensive situation. I mean, everything's expensive now, and it's crazy.
Are you passing those skills on to the kids? Because I know, like, I had a job where the part, like, for my car, like, I don't have any of those skills, but, like, I had a part for the car that was literally $30 for the part, but the total came out to like $300 and something. Dollars. Oh yeah. Because I paid the mechanic.
Oh yeah. I mean,
just out of curiosity, what was the part?
A squirrel got in and ate my hose towards my engine. Yeah. Like chewed through the hose, so my engine was rocky, and the piece was $30. But when I got that fucking bill for his labor, which I understand he needs to work and get paid, it was $315.
Yeah. It's crazy how much especially like, that's the thing, like, if you take your car to an auto parts store and they say, well, this and that is wrong with it, like, for the most part, nobody even really is going to question it. They're like, I don't want to have to pay that, but they're going to pay it anyway. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Exactly.
They're just like, oh, well, he said so.
But like, when it comes to my job, it's like, people are like, oh, well, it shouldn't be that much. Well, then go have somebody else,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do it, and you're not going to get nearly a good job. And it's just like, because a lot of people, man, like, and I'm always, like, anytime I go into a place, like, I look at everything, like, the way it was all put together, and it's just like, I'm just surprised, like, how many people have shitty shit in their shitty products that were built for them, and, like, they're clueless. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's just like, it's different. You know what I mean?
Did you guys hear about the story of, I want to say, in Kansas, about the gentlemen that had their own business, and they went to go fix the it's like the chimney where the smoke comes out of.
Yeah.
The chimney?
But it's like a furnace or something. You know what the fuck I mean.
And, the chimney.
Well, the chimney then.
The chimney.
Look.
I don't know what a chimney is.
Next year, you're not going to fucking correct my shit. All right?
I won't correct it once you start speaking correctly.
Well, regardless, they like taped it up with like duct tape. And then we're like, yeah, it works now. Just give us the money up front.
Yeah.
And they stole her fucking money. She paid a ridiculous. It was an old lady. They took advantage of her. You know?
I think I did see something about that. Like, they were supposed to do like some flashing work around her chimney, and they didn't put they put some bullshit in there.
They put some bullshit. Took the money because
I remember because I used to roof. I remember seeing a picture of it, and I was like, oh my god, that's what they did to her fucking chimney.
Yeah, it was bad. Even though you keep saying the word, I'm not going to pronounce it correctly.
What, chimney? You see how I've been trying to say it as much as possible.
It's in me now. Cool.
There's a thing like skilled labor isn't cheap, and cheap labor isn't skilled.
Yeah. It's the same thing with tattoos, man. Like, whenever motherfuckers get tattoos, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get a tattoo. It's going to be $100. And I'm like, send me a picture afterwards.
Yeah, I made that mistake a few times. Well, most of my tattoos came from payment of cigarettes.
Yeah, I was about to say, you traded ramen noodles and shit for it.
Paying, like, packs of cigarettes for tattoo work. So, I mean, what can I expect? Like, we ain't even dealing with money here, like, but it is what it is.
And you're not using a gun.
And then, like, now I'm trying to get all my stuff colored in, make it look more civilian-like.
Civilian-like?
Yeah.
When you, but sorry, I asked you a question, and I never, because I cut it off with a stupid story. Do you pass those skills on to the Cadence, and, like, are you sitting down with Cadence like, hey, here's how you know? I
mean, usually, if I need a helping hand, I'm like, hey, I need you to come out here. So, I mean, they kind of get the picture like that. Like, usually I don't really sit down, like, here lately we've been making like bird boxes, like in our spare time. I
saw that.
Yeah, we just finished one up yesterday. So
license plate.
Yeah,
I got some license plates for you.
I had that's what I got 3 license plates. I'm like, man, I'm making birdhouses with these, and yeah, like, you know what I mean, like when we make the little birdhouses, like I would, all right, put the nail there and, you know, help them with it, and they'll do that. So I mean, they kind of enjoy doing that stuff, and I mean, I try to keep them productive, you know what I mean, like maybe not like with the motors and like the Jeep work, like working on the Jeep, but like, you know, functional things inside the house or whatever, you know what I mean? Trying to teach them the ins and outs.
I think ultimately, though, you're teaching them, like as far as, like, your routine and everything and, like, how to manage your time and how to go about your life in a proper way, too, as far as, like, maintaining, like, an adult life, essentially. Yeah. Like, those are things that are being taught, maybe not, like, intentionally, like you're teaching them, but you're leading by example, you know what I mean? Yeah. And obviously, seeing as like Cadence is kind of taking like a leadership role amongst her siblings, you know, you can kind of see that she's like following right behind you in that sense.
Even around kids around here, she kind of, you know, she'll sit there with
she definitely does,
and she'll look up like, "Hey, come here." Yeah. You know, kids listen. Kids respond and go, "Oh man, I need to."
Yeah.
You know, she checks kids too.
But even that though, like all the kids like kind of have their shit in order. You know, like as far as like being organized, like they all got their little shit going on. Yeah. You know?
I mean, that's all I do. I mean, it's just like it's about. I mean, I try to keep myself satisfied. You know, with keeping the bills paid, staying in the gym, like, and it's like I don't really have any friends. You know what I mean? Most of my friends are in prison or still in the streets. So it's like. My main focus is them all the time, you know, so it's just like, and plus like now I realize how fast it really goes, you know what I mean? So it's like some people like there, I don't know how they do it, you know what I mean? Like spend time away from their kids is like, I can't do it, you know what I mean? Like I've spent enough time away from them and it's just like, and I don't know, I probably feel like I have to do double, you know what I mean? Like their mom isn't in their life at all, like, you know, like she's still fucked up. Like they don't even know the last time they seen her. You know what I mean? And like for me, like I just feel bad for them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I just, because I know what it's like to wonder, like, where'd this son of a bitch go? You know what I mean? Like I remember being young, and I'm like, I remember this motherfucker was here, but now like, where'd he go? Like, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, I remember growing up, and it's like I didn't want them to feel that same shit, and like,
yeah.
No matter what I do, like it's like I can't control it all. You know what I mean? Like I can do my part now, but like they're still gonna have to wonder where'd she go. You know what I mean? And it's just like for me, it's just like I really don't want them ever thinking about it. You know what I mean? So like I try to keep them as busy as we can. Like I mean, we don't really have downtime. Like if we got a free night, like we're not going to come to the gym, like we go do something else, you know.
You guys are always doing shit.
Yeah, always. Park, yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't want them to, you know what I mean? Like I just want to keep them preoccupied and like not let them think. I mean, probably eventually they're going to have to think about it or talk about it, but it's like I really don't know what to tell them. You know what I mean? Like and like Cadence, she's at the age where she knows like
she's about to start dropping questions.
She don't really question it. I mean, she's just kind of over it. You know what I mean? And it's like for her, it's just she's been through so much shit. Like she knows there was times where I wasn't in there in her life. So it's just like she knows she's kind of over it all. Like, you know, like she's seen the good and the bad, and it's just like she knows what she wants. You know what I mean? And it's like for her, like I don't know, man. It's just like I don't know how she feels, but. It's a weird situation, but that's what I try to do is keep them as busy as we can so they don't, you know what I mean? They're not wondering, you know, like they still have their good memories of their mom or whatever they keep with, but like for the most part, you know, like they ask where she's at and it's, you know, like I don't even have an answer for her, you know. Like,
yeah. How do you respond to that?
You know, I don't have a clue. But.
You know, Brian and I talked about this a couple episodes ago, you know, but I think you're doing a great job, and I know I keep complimenting you, but it's like you're creating memories, you know, that maybe, you know, because every time I see you out, whether it's skating or you know, even to the park, you're taking photos, you're capturing these moments so they can always have something to reference and look back on and go, you know what, my childhood was awesome, it was great, you know. because they're not looking at the big, because they don't know what it's like to have bills and to bring in groceries.
Kids
and all
are
that. They don't know
clueless. Yeah, kids are clueless about the future. You know what I mean? Like, even Cadence, like she, like she's got her what she wants to do, but like when they're kids, man, it's just the moment, like that day. You know what I mean? Like it's hard for a kid to think about. You know what I mean? Like I want to do this for later on down the road. Right. But yeah, it's just like because it's like. I hear all the time Carlo be like, Dad, this is the best day ever. Like, and it's like I've heard that kid say that so many times. Right. You know what I mean? And it's just like that's what we got to do. Just have the best days ever. Like, just stay busy and do whatever. Because it's like, man, it's like they're little. Like she's not even a toddler anymore. But it's just like seeing them, and it's like, man, where'd the time go? You know what I mean? And it's just.
That's just going to pay off later on, though. They're going to appreciate you so much for spending that time with them. Like, you don't even understand, man. That's what Keith was talking about, like, a couple episodes ago. We were talking about, like, when I would go visit my dad on the weekends, we wouldn't do shit. He'd buy me a toy, he'd rent a movie, and he'd fucking take a nap on the couch while I watched a movie. And I don't have any positive memories visiting my dad. I don't. But I can tell you very specific, like, football games, and times going to the movies with my stepdad, Jerry, who raised me. Like I can tell you very specific, detailed memories of spending time with him. So you're fucking right. You're doing the right thing by spending all that time with him. You're
like a lot of people
always doing it.
Like I've had people that had daughters, and like it's always like if I tell somebody I got 3 daughters, like oh man, you're in for it. But a lot of them have always said like, man, with you having daughters, like you're always going to be taken care of. You know what I mean? Like
right.
And for me, it's like maybe if I just take care of them, they can take care of me, give and take kind of thing. So, like, and like, that's just, I want them, you know what I mean? Because it's like so much bullshit has happened. And so it's like, I just got to make it good, you know what I mean? Like, it's just for us, like, just trying to do what's enjoyable and stay busy, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's a lot of work, but you know what I mean? It's a lot of fun, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. And I like to think for me, like, there was a time, like, when I came home from prison, I'm like, I can't believe I got 3 girls, you know what I mean? Like, and now I was like, brushing their hair every day before school. Yeah. It's just like, it's weird, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, what I used to be now and, like, what I am now is, like, total opposites, It's just, every day is kind of a new experience. Like it doesn't really get easier, you know what I mean? Because it's like I thought like maybe after this I'll just get used to it, you know what I mean? But it's like every day is different, you know what I mean? And like they're
constantly changing.
They're getting bigger. Like Cadence, like about a month ago, like Cadence was having to do play practice, and then Kennedy has to do soccer practice, and it's like holy shit, like, and then it's just like. It's just going to get busier and busier because, like, pretty soon there's going to be a sport that Carly wants to do. So it's just like, you know what I mean? It's frustrating. But
it's good, though, that age gap is because Cadence is also going to get to the age where she could start helping out.
Yeah, there will be a time where it won't be. But it's like, it's just crazy. Like, right now is crazy.
Yeah.
It's fascinating what makes you feel like a man, because I know – growing up, we had a definition of what a man is. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's crazy. Like listening to you, and you're like, I'm brushing hair, and whether it's painting toenails or having tea time or making sure that they keep that feminine side.
Yeah,
it's like that's a real fucking man right there. That's with his kids, doing what needs to be done, so they don't lose their innocence. So they're not they'll have that predetermined like, this is too girly or this is like. You're a fucking
or just bitter
man,
in the sense,
You didn't shy away. You didn't try to make them like, hey, we don't do that shit around here.
No, they're girly girls, but they're like sporty girls at the same time. Like, I try to. I don't know. It's got a weird balance. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't want. You know what I mean? Like they get wore out with me, and like we'll here every day we're wearing yoga pants and a sports shirt. You know what I mean? But it's like. I've been trying to mix it up, like keep them in dresses, take them shopping, get something cheap or whatever, get this and that, and then like it's a weird balance. I have to try to keep them like girly girls, but at the same time like everything.
You're like, I don't know how to dress a girl.
Yeah, like when I first found out that I was having Cadence, I'm like, what am I gonna do with a girl? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't have a clue, and then like it's just I couldn't see it any other way. Now it's just like having girls was so much easier. Like maybe I wouldn't, and I don't know. Like when I came home from prison and like I seen how much of a mess my kid's mom was, and it was like a wake up call. Like, man, I gotta get my shit together, because it's like, you know how kids with girls with daddy issues are, and it's just like, you know what I mean. And it was just like, just kind of fast forward and everything. It's like I gotta get it together, because it's like they weren't, you know what I mean. Like if it wasn't, like sometimes I think of like, what about if I would never got my shit together? Like what about if I would have died when I got shot? Like, you know, like what kind of a mess would that fucking be? You know what I mean? Like 3 girls and like, you know what I mean? Like
foster care.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like,
that's probably what would have happened.
And I, like when I was in prison, you know what I mean? Like I thought maybe like if I got locked up and something with the kids having, but like my mom would always be like, man, if you don't get your shit together, your kids are gonna grow up. And like I'm like at the same time, like you wouldn't take care of them. And she's like, I just can't do it. You know what I mean? And it's like now, you know, like that's just the way it is. Like if I would have never got my shit together, like, you know, because man, it's a struggle for me to just find somebody to pick them up here or there. You know what I mean? Like I don't really have anybody, and I'm not really a type of person to just like let anybody in. You know what I mean? Like with my shit, like I ain't trying to be like, you know, everybody's got their own demons. You know what I mean? Like some people think it's all right to do this or that, and it's just like my circle's so close. You know what I mean? And I aren't really trying to let very many in. It's just like it makes it difficult. You know what I mean? Like there for a while, like Cadence was having to be, like I said, was at had play practice on Friday till like this time. Well, I had to be at the gym at 5. Cadence got to be picked up at this time, and then Kennedy's got to be at soccer practice at this time. Right. Like, I can't even, you know, there's no way I could even get that if I didn't have to work. I couldn't have even done it anyways. And it's like, luckily I got my sister. She helps out a lot, you know, like she's got 2 kids of her own now, and she kind of, you know, sees how much work it is. She's got 2 toddlers. My nephew's 3, and then my niece is about to be 1. So like, she's kind of helped out a lot, and you know, she knows my situation. You know, like, so if I need anything, my sister's there. She helps out a lot. But I mean, other than that, like, you know, they got little gym moms, but
yeah.
So then it's just like, I don't know. It's a weird balance of trying to keep them to, you know, a girly childhood, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to just think like you just have to grow up and fight, because that's not, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I want them to think, you know. So
no, I you know, this is gonna sound ignorant, so please, you know, but it's like I've already, like, when I had my 2 girls, you know, when they were first born, I envisioned like this little, you know, these little girls growing up stocky like me and fighting, and you know, with their little, you know, butch haircut, you know, like tatted up by the age of 16, ready to, you know, like some of the Brazilian chicks that come out and do MMA, and then I'm like, wait, what am I fucking thinking about?
Oh yeah, well, like me having the kids now, it's like man, there was tattoos I wanted to get and this and that, and I'm like, better rethink that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's different. You know what I mean? Like now they're looking at me like, you know what I mean? Like probably whatever, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be the basis of whatever they pick. You know what I mean? Later on in life, so it's like, for me, I'm like, shit, I gotta watch this and watch that. You know what I mean? Like, so me, it's kind of changed my direction a lot too. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to do, but now I can't.
Yeah, no, I want my daughters to dictate their own future. You know, I want to have that balance of doing MMA and jiu-jitsu, and maybe not MMA, just jiu-jitsu, and you know, but also maintaining their feminine side. You know, watching, you know, dressing up and getting pedicures, manicures. You know, I want to do things that I have to learn about myself, because I mean, and their mothers should be around, and you know, their mother's girly. So you know, I'm hoping to keep that family dynamic together. But if I don't, and I'm with my daughters by myself, you know, I have to learn a lot. I'm gonna be asking you questions.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a learning process. Like all the time, I got princess TV shows going on. Like you try to get on my Netflix and try to watch something, and it's just like princess shows, Barbie shows. I'm like, where's all my stuff at? Like, I don't even have Netflix anymore. They just
they took over.
Yeah. They take over everything. So, yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of fun with them. So,
no, I'm excited. I keep looking at. I told Zach this too, and I mean it. This gym's gonna be dominated by females.
Man, it's crazy. Like, it's like everybody has girls anymore. It's like, I don't know what they put in our food or what, but it's those women. They want to control the world, and they just implanted stuff in our food. So that's all that we're popping out.
I know. I keep looking at. I'm like, oh, my daughter's got training partners.
Yeah,
they got plenty.
My daughter's got training partners. That is true. Now that you guys are talking about it, I've never thought about it. Yeah, everybody's got daughters.
By the time Zach's daughter gets older, I mean, you can name them. You know, so many people have daughters that are coming here, doing jiu-jitsu now and MMA. Imagine when Cadence in 10 years, if she stays in this career, she's gonna have plenty of bodies to wreck.
Yeah. Well, that's what I try to tell her a lot. I said, like, you don't always have to. You don't have to focus on fighting and everything else, but do understand that it's a small world. You know what I mean? Like the MMA community, the wrestling community, like that's a small community. You know what I mean? Like it might be big, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's once you do it for so long, you just run around. It's like a, you know what I mean? You realize how small it is. You know? Like everybody, like.
You see the same faces at all the events.
All the shows.
Whether you're at a KCFA fight, Blue Corner, whatever, a jiu-jitsu tournament, it's all the same faces.
And like a lot of, like Brendan Shaw, like he came up as a fighter, but like he's had so much more success as not a fighter, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm, but if he wasn't a fighter, he probably wouldn't have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he used that platform.
He used that platform and, built off of it. I mean, that's what I try to tell Cadence. I'm like, you might not want to do this, but, you know what I mean? This is going to get you in the right eyes of all kinds of different people, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are attracted to this sport, you know what I mean? And like,
So it's a wonderful time. It's a wonderful time,
And like, for the girls, like, for her, like, it was just, like, the first year of, like, all-girls high school wrestling, like, and we went and watched their cousin at the state tournament, and, they got to see all the girls and everything, and like that's a big thing for the girls, you know what I mean? Like, and like I told Cadence, I said, like, if you think about it, like any of these girls that are freshmen now, when you're a freshman, your likeliness to wrestle them is high, you know what I mean? So it's just like, she can kind of see it, you know what I mean? Like how close it is, and like for now, like that's why my main focus is wrestling on them, because it's such a new sport, you know what I mean? And like, I mean, a few years of training, you know what I mean? Like that kid could be wherever, because who really knows what the path is for women's wrestling or you know what I mean? Like anything in general, but
that's what you meant by it's a new sport, the women's wrestling piece of it.
Yeah.
Because they just recently made like the women's division.
They're all strictly like before, like if there was women that were in wrestling.
They were in there with the guys, I had to wrestle a girl in high school. It was weird.
But that's what I like with this sport, man, because like my girls will never feel like like powerless to a male, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like they're going to be used to rolling and grappling, you know what I mean, with men all because they're in jiu-jitsu class, MMA class, like they're used to battling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's nothing new to them. Like, and like later on in their job setting or whatever, like they're not gonna feel
intimidated or like, feel punked by a dude.
Holy shit! My ego is so fragile. And Cadence, we're training, and I know some parents watch. She took it to the kid the other night. I mean, she kept him on his back, and he would try to shrimp out or roll out, and she put him right back on his back. And I was like, if that was me at the age of 12, 13, that shit would haunt me forever.
Get beat up by a girl.
Just getting dominated, especially a skinny, because your daughter's skinny. She doesn't look like, she's not beefy or anything. But the way she kept putting that kid on his back, I was like, man,
she'll fuck you up.
You gotta go home, think about some things after that.
Yeah, she's really surprised me. Like, I mean, she's almost like a Rose Namajunas kind of like she's really like
just chill
and like but like when she goes out to the mat, like she is like she'll be so nervous before she goes out there, like she's just so nervous, like she's in tears, you know what I mean? Just like it just messes with her, you know what I mean? Like it probably was like a new situation for her, but like once she goes out there, like just kind of and she hears that whistle, it just kind of all goes away. You know what I mean? And she just goes out there and starts going to work. But man, like beforehand, like she's a mess. You know what I mean? Like just her nerves and everything. I'm like, look, sis, it's just part of it. And she's like, well, you don't get like that. I'm like, yes,
you don't get like that.
I said, yeah, I do. I said, I just deal with it.
I just don't show it like that.
I said, we all get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like nobody wants to just go out here and make a fool of themselves. Like you're gonna have those, you know, feelings. But like, I tell her, I said, like, if you can deal with this on this level, you're capable of doing anything. You know what I mean? Like it's just they don't really get.
It does get easier though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure it gets easier. Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't ever really go away.
It doesn't go away, no, but it gets easier.
But man, like when I was a kid in like her age wrestling, like I would have to take like this nauseous I would get so like nauseous, like I'd be like so worked up, I could be puking and stuff, like about to be going out to the mat, like just nervous as could be. But
yeah, with Matt coming here, you and I.
Yeah, I guess that's probably a good time for us to wrap it up here. Probably.
Yeah. Well, Nick, thank you for coming on, and we'll have you back again. So many great stories, and
thanks for having me.
Hey, stay on top of things.
Yeah, no, you're always welcome on the podcast.
You are an inspiration.
I'm glad we got to dive a little more into the present, as opposed to the past. We got the background story. Now we get to see kind of what you're working on currently. We are expecting to see and hear more from Nick because we'll kind of keep you updated on his career as it progresses. You know, once pro fights start going.
Yeah, when's your next fight? I think
it's June 22nd. Gales.
Right.
It'll be at the Gales Harley Davidson, little outdoor fun.
That's right. If you need tickets for that, hit Nick up on Facebook. You can hit up on Instagram if you want to plug your social medias. If you got his phone number, see him in the gym, whatever the case may be. Hit Nick up for tickets. Don't hit him up the day before because he'll be weighing
as he's weight cutting.
Man.
Nobody fucking likes that. Do not call him on the Friday before his fight and ask him for tickets. You're an asshole.
7 weeks and everybody wants to get him at the last.
Get him immediately before they sell out. So, anything you want to say, Mr. Nick, before we roll out? Anything you want to leave us with?
No, just thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Just it's always a good time showing up, talking.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, sir. Whenever, always. All right, guys, we're out of here. Off the Mat Podcast. Love, peace, chicken grease.
Bye.
You're fucking bye.